One of the rainbow friends is not accepted by society, and I'm placing my bets on purple. But yeah, this is the rejected rainbow friend. Quotations, sad story. It's gonna be a sad story, man. Get out your tissue box and get ready to cry, because we checking out another video by Gametoons. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's go.
The main rainbow friends are exactly what you would expect. Brightly colored creatures that all get along as
the way
well.
Orange is just looking
there
there.
may have been a few incidents here and there where they may have fought, but even the closest of brothers do that occasionally. For the most part,
they're friends.
Blue, orange, green, and purple have been best buds since they were transformed from humans. But what if I told you there was one rainbow friend in particular that they always hated? Someone that was never loved or invited to their various parties.
Who's that?
I know what you're thinking. It's probably Red, right? While it's true Red is hated by the rainbow friends now, he had plenty of opportunities to be accepted by the group. It's his own fault he chose to destroy and deceive at every possible turn.
Yeah.
And even now, if he was to ask for forgiveness, they would probably forgive all the bad things he's done. No, this is the story of a rainbow friend no one knows or cares about.
What?
The rejected rainbow friend, Gray. To fully understand his sad tale, we must go back to where it all began, back before he was the hideous ant-like monster he is today. Gary Grayson seemed like a very normal child growing up. He was polite to his parents and got good grades in school.
Wow.
He was very healthy for his age and loved to spend time outdoors. On top of that, he always had a fascination with animals. But unlike the other kids, who enjoyed learning about all sorts of large zoo creatures or ancient dinosaurs, Gary was only interested in one very specific region of the animal kingdom: bugs.
Bugs?
His obsession started off small, with a simple butterfly fluttering through the air. But quickly he wanted to learn about every insectoid he could. Bees, centipedes, ladybugs. If it buzzed in the air or crawled on the ground, Gary had to know more about it. He would spend multiple hours a day after school looking for new specimens to study. When he found something, he'd collect them in jars, like a prized trophy. Proud of his discoveries, he would try to show off to the other children. They did not share Gary's enthusiasm for bugs, however. In fact, they all found them yucky and unpleasant to look at. Some of the meaner boys would take his bugs and squash them under their feet.
Dude, that's so... Nah, bro, killing wildlife is just very horrible, man. Like, on purpose, for no reason. That's just horrible.
They'd call him names like Gross Gary or Bug Boy and would shove him to the ground.
Poor
if you
kid.
like insects so much, you should just stay down in the dirt with them. Yeah, they're your only real friends, Bug Boy.
Aw, you little sick bastard.
In a strange way, however, without their bullying, he may not have discovered his most favorite insect of all, the mighty ant. They were everything Gary wished he was, both super strong for their size and constantly surrounded by friends and family. You see, while Gary's social life wasn't particularly good, his home life was actually worse. His parents fought all the time, screaming and yelling at each other at the top of their lungs.
For the army?
You can't keep supporting Gary's weird obsession with bugs. It's creepy and weird, and all the kids hate him for it. I mean, he's a freak. We should take him to the Rainbow Friends play place like a normal boy.
He's not interested in that stuff, and I don't want our son to be friends with bullies anyways. If learning about insects makes him happy, we should let him.
That kind of reminds me of Dahmer.
Eventually, the two had to split
up. Like the Netflix documentary.
The mom and dad just couldn't agree on anything, and he had to move out.
Not documentary, the movie, the TV series.
He was gone for long periods of time. With his father out of the picture, Gary was forced to give up his bug collection. It was all he really ever cared about. Gary wasn't even allowed to talk about bugs. If he did, his mom would make him do all sorts of difficult chores.
If you want to talk about ants so much, then you must not mind working as hard as an ant.
Gary was miserable. But whenever his dad was back in Bloxburg, Gary got to stay at his house. Gary would look forward to it for months.
Remember, absolutely no mention of insects of any kind. You hear me?
No bug talk.
I mean, it's his choice what he wants to talk about.
Luckily for Gary, his dad didn't care about what Mom thought. He just wanted to make his boy happy.
I got this for you, buddy. You can open it, but we gotta keep it here at my place. It'll be our little secret.
It was the best present Gary could have.
That's so cool.
His very own ant farm. Every time he was
I always wanted those.
He would examine it for hours. Unfortunately, Gary was only able to visit his dad when he wasn't off fighting in the war. At one time, he never returned. He was
Shit.
the only one that was ever truly nice to Gary. The only person supportive
Rest in
that
peace.
didn't make him feel like a loser. To make matters even worse, it meant that his mom was finally able to find the ant farm, and she was furious.
I can't believe you, Gary! All these years, you've been lying to me? When will you get over
Chill.
this stupid bug stuff?
At least he's not drinking. At least he's not smoking. At least he's not partying all the time or hurting anyone or taking cocaine or anything. It's just his passion.
And just grow up!
I don't know why the mom
It's
doesn't
time
understand.
To teach you a lesson.
He's not a
once
bad
and
kid.
for all.
The mom took the ant farm outside and smashed it to smithereens. She poured gas on the rubble and lit it on fire. It broke Gary. He felt like he had no real family
Yo, imagine
left.
that would
He
break
was now
a kid
all
inside.
alone in this world. Eventually, though, the years passed, and he was finally old enough to move out. He decided, against the wishes of his
Please move
mother,
out.
to pursue his passion of entomology. His good grades helped him get into one of the most prestigious colleges in all of Roblox.
Roblox
It was
University.
everything he could have ever dreamed of. There were bug species neatly organized all over the room, surrounded by magnifying glasses, microscopes, and other testing equipment. Gary could spend all day and night studying. Even better, he was finally around other people that shared his same love of insects. His first human friends. And that's all he needed to be happy for the first time in
I
a
think
long time.
he's a little
sure,
too obsessed
he didn't
with
have
bugs,
much to
but
his name, just a small
it's
dorm
fine.
room and a new ant farm, just like the one his dad got him all those years ago, but that's all he wanted. Unfortunately, going to a fancy college was far from cheap, and Gary didn't have
It
a
cost
job.
money.
He never really got much experience in high school, so he was desperate for anything that had decent pay. That's when he saw it, an ad for a job at the Rainbow Friends Play Place. Gary remembered his
I
mother
see where
talking
this
all
is
about
going.
it as a kid. Surely it'd be a good spot to make some cash. So he called the number.
Hello? Is this the Rainbow Friends Play Place?
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Are you inquiring about the position that just became available?
Yeah. But the ad doesn't say what I'd be doing or how much I'd be making, and...
Well, why don't you give us a visit, and I'll go over all the details.
Suddenly, the line went dead, and Gary hung up. He was nervous. He leaned over to his ant farm and picked up some of his friends.
Alright, guys. Wish me luck. I feel like I'm going to need it.
I'm sure
You
you can
actually need
imagine what
good luck.
happens next. Gary drove to the play place and found the place looking trashed and abandoned. He knew it seemed risky to enter, but he was just so desperate for money.
Don't.
Couldn't let his dream die, so he went inside. He walked through the various halls, searching for Red's office, or anyone really.
Hello? Is anyone there?
When suddenly, down the hallway,
Shit.
a light from one of the labs turns on. Gary cautiously stepped inside to find a strange contraption whirring to life.
What is this place?
Why, it's your new home.
Huh?
What the fuck? Hey yo!
But what neither Red
You're
or
gonna
Gary
kill him!
realized was that one of Gary's ants was still on him.
Radioactive bug. Oh, what?
What? No. What have you become?
He's an ant now.
Bug? No child would want to come pay money to see a
So like a
disgusting
human ant.
creature like you. Get out of my sight.
Gray wanted to run away, to return to his studies, but he knew that Red was right. If no one liked him when he was younger, they certainly weren't going to accept him now. His only hope to fit in was with the other rainbow friends, blue, orange, green, and purple, but even they were disgusted by him. They
Why?
laughed at his lack of colors, at his insect-like appearance. They called him names and wouldn't even invite him to their parties.
Sorry, pal, but Gray isn't a part of any rainbow I'm aware of. Get lost, you bug-eyed freak! Crawl back to whatever hole in the ground you came from. Yeah.
And so he did. Maybe one day the others will accept Gray for who he is. They'll see
I
that
accept
they've
him
now
for who
become
he
the
is.
bullies that used to pick on all of them. But until
so
then,
sad.
Gray will hide away in his tiny bunker, hidden away from everyone else as the rejected rainbow friend.
That's so sad. Yeah, that is just so sad, man. That is a really sad story. Probably the saddest of them all. Like, I know Green had a sad story and all, and Yellow too, but like, Gray, that's just really sad, man. He got rejected even in the playhouse. Like, we know that all these, like, green, purple, orange, and blue, you know, they're friends amongst each other. At least they're accepted by each other. But, dude, Gray has nobody. He's just sitting in a box and crying. That's honestly really sad. But yeah, that is the Rejected Rainbow Friends. That was actually a really good episode. I'm going to rate this a 9.3 out of 10. But yeah, man, my favorite part was I don't even know if it's a favorite part, but like the most interesting part was when the dad gave him the ant farm. But yeah, that's it for the video, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.